What you're about to hear is based on a true story. Most names have, not been changed because that would be confusing for those who know the story well. This is just one of the stories of Dragnet, Biblical Detectives.
We are in the middle of reopening an old case. The aging page notes from the initial investigation have yellowed with the passing of time. We believed the story was open and shut with a tragic loss of life. We'd left the case behind and moved on. But today, we're back, and we'll be looking even more closely at the facts. I'm Job Thursday. My partner, Frank and Honest, and I are on the case.
Dragnet, Double-Cross Dreamer, and the Drawn-Out Drought. Official reports share a story of individuals who may or may not have been involved in the actual story. After all, this is a fictional audio drama based on actual events.
It was business as usual the day that we reopened the case of Old Missing Joe. This was odd because it was nearly 20 years ago that the young man went missing. The early case was wrapped up quickly.
Maybe a little too quickly.
You may be right, Frank. A coat was retrieved that moved this missing persons case to a death by animal case. A coat was discovered and positively identified as a special gift to Joe from his father. It was torn with signs of a struggle, and his brothers confirmed it.
Forensic evidence led us to believe that Joe had met an early end due to an encounter with a wild animal.
We might have already covered that, Frank.
It just seemed like my turn to say something.
Joe's dad was heartbroken, of course, but we're trained to share bad news. Then came the phone call. Frank picked up. I was in the middle of a twin pack of nutrient-deficient snack cakes.
Should I get that?
Sure.
Honest, Biblical Detective.
Hi, is this the anonymous tip line?
Who wants to know?
If I tell you, then I wouldn't be anonymous.
Ooh, you're good. So, do you have a tip?
Oh, well, yes. Don't walk near cesspools. The grass is greener there for a reason.
I don't get it.
Never mind.
Consider it done. Anything else?
Yeah, you know that case from nearly 20 years ago?
There were lots of cases. Can you be specific?
Involved a young man named Joe.
Funny. Detective Thursday was just mentioning that.
Joe might be dead, but it didn't happen because of an animal.
Really? How about some details? Facts. Tell me what you know, unknown caller on line 3.
Well, let's just say I was there that day. And a torn coat doesn't tell the whole story. If I were you, I'd talk to slave traders heading to Egypt.
Slave traders?
Heading to Egypt.
That does sound familiar.
Look, I feel bad enough the way it is. I didn't want to see Joe get hurt. What was done was the only way I could see to save his life.
You were involved.
Look, I gotta go. I've said too much already.
Really? Because I have more questions. Hello? Hello? Well, I'd ask more questions, but it seems pointless.
Well, that sounded interesting.
Looks like we may be on our way to Egypt.
I hear they have food there.
We should pick up some things when we're there.
Yeah, supplies are getting pretty low.
Yeah, and I like to eat.
That's something I've detected about you, Frank. We found an oasis a few days' walk from headquarters. We met some slave traders, so we began asking questions.
The traders weren't very cooperative at first.
I don't need to answer your questions.
Who are you anyway?
We keep to ourselves. We're introverts.
Introverts? Okay. We're detectives investigating what may be a missing persons case.
Got nothing to say.
Mum's the word.
Expect the silent treatment with a side of cold shoulder.
Look, we just want to know the truth. Statute of limitations have run out on the case.
Really?
Can't be prosecuted?
Oh. Well then, what do you want to know?
Young man named Joe. We heard he was bought by traders about 20 years ago. Might have been sold in Egypt.
Joe. Joe.
His full name was Joseph, son of Jacob.
We've slept a lot since then.
Do you know him?
Know who?
Joseph.
And we can't be charged.
That's right.
What do you say, fellas?
And you are absolutely, positively, inconceivably double-cross my heart and hope you die certain we can't be charged.
Alright, we could explain that. I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, we could give it a chance. What language that is. Or not. Okay. We bought this young man from his brothers.
Yeah, they, didn't seem to like him much.
We got him at a bargain price.
20 silver coins.
And you took him to Egypt.
Yeah, we did.
Hey, who bought him? Do you remember?
One of the ruler's men. Pacha?
Portobello?
No. Amateurs. His name was Potiphar.
So, you do remember.
Joe was a good kid.
Hurt by his brother's double cross.
Seemed to know a lot about dreams, though.
Hope everything turned out alright for him. No one deserves brothers like his.
They were,
Naughty. Very, very naughty.
We might have done the kid a favor, taking him away from all their tomfoolery, shenanigans, and ensuing hullabaloo.
Did we, do all that?
We might have. You got a dictionary on you?
And if we did, it seems like we're heroes.
Yeah, we're heroes.
Frank and I made our way to Egypt, where we were closing in on the house of Potiphar.
We both needed new sandals first.
So we shopped at the local market.
One stall had a BOGO sale, so Job and I split the cost on new suits and sandals.
Thanks for shopping at a Kiki's Market stall. Tell your friends, I'll be here until 2. Wait, I also take a 2-hour lunch, so I leave at noon. What time is it now?
My sundial says it's 11:59.
Ooh, close enough. Gotta go. Enjoy the footwear, fellas.
So, no refunds.
Can I help you?
Hello. Is this the home of Potiphar?
It is.
And who are you?
My name is Kanika. I'm sorry, but Master Potiphar is not home at the moment.
Actually, Kanika, we're looking for one of his slaves.
You wouldn't happen to know a man named Joe or Joseph, would you?
Joseph? That's a sad story.
Sad?
Joseph used to work here, but a few years ago he was sent to prison.
Prison?
He was charged with a crime.
What was the crime, ma'am?
It is said that he took advantage of the master's wife.
Something tells me you don't believe the charges.
Things were so much better when Joseph was here. He took care of everything for Potiphar. It hasn't been the same since Joseph left.
I see. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Why do I feel like I was just about to be trapped in a soap opera?
Our next stop was to the local prison to see if this new missing persons report could be cleared up.
What do you fellas want?
We're detectives, trying to get facts about a missing person.
And you're looking for a missing person in an Egyptian prison? They don't usually come here to hide out, you know.
Well, we heard he might be here.
Not likely. Do you have a name?
My name is Frank, and he's Job.
No, I mean the name of the missing person. I know all the prisoners. You know, being their guard and all.
The man goes by Joe, or Joseph.
A slave of Potiphar?
Ah, you know him then.
I told you I know all who come here.
Can we speak with him?
Maybe.
Well, can you get him?
No, I don't think I can.
Not even as a professional courtesy?
You can't speak to him because he's not here anymore.
Do you know where we can find him?
If I were you, I'd check the palace. He's the second in command of the whole country now. He used to be second in command of my prison. Good guy, that Joe.
I'm sorry. This man was taken from his family as a young man, sold as a slave. He may have been unjustly accused of a crime he didn't commit, spent time in prison, and suddenly he's the second in command of Egypt?
Say, you really are a detective. Look, all I know is that I wouldn't have any food for my prisoners if it weren't for Joseph.
What do you mean?
If you hadn't noticed, we have a drought going on right now. Been that way for a while.
We do plan to buy some food while we're here. There's not much anywhere else.
Well, the region's grocery store was Joseph's idea.
Really?
Yeah, Joseph was very good at telling people what their dreams meant. He said that he had dreams as a young man, and God told him what they meant. Then there were 2 other prisoners who had dreams, and Joe told them what those dreams meant. Finally, when Pharaoh had a dream he didn't understand...
That's when Joseph stepped in and helped answer the king's questions about his dream?
Well, Joe always said that it was God that helped him understand the dreams.
Yes, you mentioned that.
And I wrote it down. Should I do that again?
So, how long ago did all this dream interpretation take place?
Oh, it was several years ago, when there was plenty of food. Joseph told Pharaoh that he should store as much grain as possible because the good years would end, and then the bad years would come along and nothing would grow.
Well, looks like Joe was right.
I'll say, and we all know that now. His success wasn't a big surprise to me.
What makes you say that?
I think that would be his mouth, Job. Possibly in collusion with his brain. That's how people say stuff.
He's done a great job wherever he's been. Can't help but think that Potiphar made a mistake in having Joseph sent here in the first place.
So, no prison tour?
Not unless you're looking for an extended stay. I do have a couple of long-term options in cell block D.
Well, we should get going.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Frank and I were on the trail of a man thought dead. We had not seen him personally, but the possibility of a man thought dead being alive in Egypt certainly seemed to be more plausible with each passing interview. Our next stop was the Egyptian Commodities Distribution Service.
People came from multiple countries to buy enough grain to live.
Fact?
Fact.
Got it. The lines were long, so we went straight to administrative services.
Welcome to Distribution Services. My name is Anat. Will you be purchasing for a regional government today?
Actually, we'll wait in line later for personal grain purchases.
No purchase order or a voucher to validate?
No, ma'am.
You must be here for another purpose. Otherwise, you're wasting my time, and there's a penalty for that.
No penalty required, ma'am. We are looking for Joseph.
You do realize he oversees this entire operation?
Yes, we do.
Then you must also realize that this is impossible. Joseph is a very busy man. Might I be of assistance?
Do you have any fresh grapes?
We have some questions about Joseph's past that would help us clear up a long-standing case.
Would this be official Egyptian business then?
Well, not exactly.
Then I'm afraid a personal consultation with Joseph will not be possible.
But we've
taken up enough of your time, Anat. And thank you.
If you'll excuse me.
Of course.
So what do we do now?
We will each try to get what grain we can for the money Father sent us with.
We're not on our home turf, Frank.
I can almost taste the fresh bread.
We'll just keep trying the best we can.
It's been so long.
Wait, I recognize that voice.
What voice?
It'll go well with a fresh pot of stew.
That one. The call that led us here. That was the voice I heard on the phone. Excuse me, sir?
How can I help you? You should know I'm not from Egypt, so I'm not sure how much help I'll be.
This is my boss, Job Friday, and I'm frank and honest.
Nice to meet you.
You are from the family of Israel.
I am.
We're detectives following a lead on a missing persons case. You sound very much like someone I...
Look, I have to get back to my family. I can't help you. I can't, yeah, gotta run.
Frank and I had opinions about this case, but without having access to Joseph to answer questions, it was hard to come to a firm conclusion. Then we had our biggest break in the case.
Are you detectives from the family of Israel?
We are.
One of my assistants briefed me on your visit, and I wanted to help answer any questions you might have. My name is Joseph. Please, follow me.
We followed this Egyptian leader to a quiet room where we began our interview. Over the next few minutes, Joseph answered our questions. Could you summarize?
Sure. I had gone to visit my brothers as they worked in the wilderness. They took a coat my father gave me, ripped it, and poured the blood of goats on it. My brother Reuben did not want to see me die. The others saw an opportunity. I was sold as a slave in Egypt and served a well-respected man named Potiphar until his wife went way over the edge. I waited in prison until called by Pharaoh and was grateful when he sent for me. I told Pharaoh that it was time to begin preparing for the drought the world sees right now. I chose to speak with you just to remember the story of how I got here and to remember that God took care of everything to allow me to be used to help save the lives of many.
Nicely summarized.
Wasn't even boring.
So, you're saying you needed to remember?
Yes. My brothers are in the next room. This isn't the first time they've come to buy grain.
Brothers? Next room? But...
They have not recognized me. God said that my family would honor me. Being a slave, being in prison, being sent away from my family made it difficult to believe this could be true. But because they believe that I am a ruler, they see me as something more than a brother that annoyed them so many years ago.
Will you tell them?
I will. And I will ask them to bring my father and their families here to live out the rest of this drought. I will forgive them.
Forgive them?
Did not see that coming.
What they did with evil motives, God used to save so many lives. While what they did was not just, not right, it was used by God to do something much bigger than anything I could have thought possible.
So you weren't killed?
Obviously not. Otherwise, this would be a very awkward moment for you.
And you're no longer a slave?
I am not.
And you aren't angry?
Not at the moment, anyway. If you two will excuse me, my brothers need to know that I am alive, and that they are forgiven.
The struggle for Joseph was real. The situation, less than ideal. The temptation to retaliate had to have been strong. But in the months that followed his forgiveness feast, Joseph was reunited with his father. He provided a place where all of his relatives would live to survive the drought, and Joseph became reacquainted with brothers who once planned to take his life. This is not a pretty story, and it seemed injustice had won a battle. But by doing what was unexpected, Joseph became a hero that day, and a man who believed that what God said was worth paying attention to, even when everything suggested that nothing happening to him was fair.
Does anyone need anything?
I could use some bread. Brother.
Yes, things changed that day, and the change was rather unexpected.